Okay, we are back here, and last time we did a really terrible map and also got some of our children to certify themselves.
We sure did.
And on that note, we've been kind of playing this by the seat of our pants in a way. At least I know that Vicus has kind of an idea of where we're going.
Only
but
vague.
I think we should take a more in-depth look of where I think we're going with these people, especially since some of them just, leveled up. So, intermediate-wise, for example, we just put Bleh here into...
I'm sorry, go back to that half pant.
Yeah, we talked about half pant last time. We put her in the mercenary.
It's important.
Which is cool. I like her little fanny pack. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
But were we going to target her for any more intermediate classes?
Thief's not a bad one to have. If you master Thief, you get, I think Lockpick is a permanent skill.
Okay.
If we're kind of leaning swords and such with her, those are kind of the two sword classes.
Okay. And then I guess for more advanced purpose, the advanced class, like what do we need to have her start working on there? We can have her... Wow, what is that katana? What is that thing?
Katana? It's like a straight sword.
It's a gigantic straight sword. That's the sword that she's a master of.
Okay, well, that's cool. Assassin here. No face thing?
She got a little tail.
She's got a tail, double wing capes, and like the weird leggings.
This is likely one of the things Petra
place to
will
put
be.
your sword in the middle of her sternum.
Okay, so Petra will be going for assassin, so maybe we should write that down.
It's very dragony.
Is that underboob? Like is there a little bit hint of cleavage there? I can't tell with the low res.
Under cleavage, really.
Oh wow, now we're looking like
an actual piece of armor.
Straight up mech here.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I
mean, the pauldrons are overbearing.
I love the Fortress Knight armor so much, especially the smaller a character is.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually looks like normal.
This is fine. The shoulders are a bit out of touch, but it's cool. Wyvern Rider, here we go.
Soldiers.
That's cool.
Yeah, so this is what we're gonna want Edelgard to be.
Oh, fine.
Wyvern Knight.
Kind of what we've been pushing her towards.
Yeah, we'll go through each of the people. I'm just kind of looking at the...
Yes, we gotta look at what these classes even are.
Warriors. I like that giant shoulder there. That's pretty cool.
Oh, just like Eloise.
Yes, Eloise is actually a warrior.
Sniper. Again, I would think an archer class would have better chest restrictions, but Warlock. Now, there's a classic Warlock thing. Go straight all the boob out all at once.
Right.
I like the little laurels around her waist.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's a
flower
nice touch.
things.
Yeah, I like that one.
Very bishopy. That makes sense.
I like this one too.
That's it. Okay. So for Bleh here, we're going to try maybe getting her in the Thief and then eventually going to question mark.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing about Bleh is, and this is probably not that spoilery, she will get her own class at some point.
Oh, then never mind then.
Hero.
Yeah. You can just switch between the classes.
Yeah, we can.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
so I guess
so basically, we don't actually have to worry too much about hitting requirements for a lot of them.
Okay.
Well, for Bleh and potentially even Edelgard.
Yeah, so she's fine with Thief, so we can just keep having her do whatever,
Yep.
I guess. We'll maybe just make her train lances or something for fun.
Yep.
Who cares? Edelgard is already in her big-ass knight class. I never even saw Lord. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
the
cute.
3 main lords have this lord class. It's kind of weird, though, because it's sword, and none of the 3 of them use swords.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
As their
it's
main
lance
weapon.
and bows for the other 2. Okay. Well, I thought that we were going to try to get her Pegasus Knight, right?
Potentially.
So lances is what she's got to start doing now, right?
Yeah, so the big thing is that wyverns actually are flying in axes, so it synergizes well with her.
I see, but does Pegasus Knight get anything good for her?
Pegasus Knight, I don't actually remember what its specific skill is. The big reason to try to go Pegasus Knight with her is that it would get her flying for every fight she did while she was one, and that's a good way to raise someone's flying.
I see. Okay, so we'll just train her lances since she's good already.
Yeah, basically. I mean, the nice thing about it is, if you've got one of those 2 skills, it's less of a requirement to get over the 33% that you need.
Yeah, so Hubert will be Dark Mage. Anything else really for him?
Yeah, the big thing about Dark Mage is that you have to get a Dark Seal, and the only real way to do that is this early in the game is to steal them off the Death Knight.
Okay, well, we'll just keep him doing his thing because we don't have any other skills upgrading for.
Yeah, basically, he's fine as a mage in this.
So Ferdinand's in his Cavalier. Do we just continue all with horses and lances, or is there anything? or for him later on?
So basically, if we want, we can make him like kind of lean paladin. A big thing is, well, you probably want him in paladin for the advanced classes. The one thing is that the master classes don't really have due to his lances and horses. You see there's like a billion horses there. If you take a look at them, there's like axes, heavy armor, and horses is the Great Knight.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Oh, the
Hell
Mortal
yeah.
Savant is wonderful. We should make Dorothea that. But anyway.
Okay.
The Great Knight is basically like a heavy armor dude on a horse. The Bow Knight is what Bernadette is going to be eventually. And it's ridiculous. And the Dark and Holy Knights basically both need some level of magic. So we either
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, this is all just like base class shit except on horse.
Yes, more or less.
Yeah.
So basically you kind of want to pick whether you would want Ferdinand to have like, you know, some holy, some dark.
Any Ferdinand outfit where he's got his skin out is hilarious. Like, it's
Yes.
so
Oh, yeah.
awkward. Ferdinand wears
The
a
man of-
shirt when he is at the swimming pool.
He's a man of modesty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we should start training him in like reason or faith or something, is what you're saying.
Basically, I mean, I don't actually know if we have anyone here who's set up to be a Great Knight. If we wanted to, but we would have to get both axes and heavy armor on him.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, since he's already meeting the requirements for this, we can just train him. So axes and heavy armor for Ferdinand, then. That sounds good. Why not?
Reinhardt is still base.
Yeah, he's still base, so we'll worry about him
We
later.
need another intermediate seal for him.
Yeah.
Kaspar's doing punching stuff. Was there a punching stuff advanced class?
He will continue to punch at all times.
Grappler.
I believe
Ooh,
Grappler
Grappler.
is the punching class.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It rules, it rules, it rules. Look at him.
Okay.
Look at this little
So really
gremlin.
just
He will
So it's
also
really
want
just more
some
punching,
axes
which-
for the record, because War Master, I believe, takes axes as
Okay,
well
so
as
we'll
punches.
do more axes, but I think that's what he's doing anyway, so like, I
Yes.
guess he really isn't changing.
Yes.
Bernadetta needs horses, but she already has horses, so maybe flying? Or is it flying that she had? We put her...
She's definitely got horses.
Yeah.
So flying and heavy armor both get really good skills at sea to learn.
So maybe lances for her so we can get her on a horse more?
Yeah, probably a decent idea. She'll need a little bit of lance for the Bow Knight anyway.
Okay. Dorothea is still doing her mage stuff.
So as mentioned,
I thought she was.
They made her a mage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, Mortal Savant is quite a good class for Dorothea. There's another one. They both basically like swords a lot. So, like, swords and reason are both very good for her.
Okay, so just swords and reason for her, I guess, more of. She'll be a sword master with her dinky little sword. So weird looking.
Yeah.
And then Petro, I know we were doing assassin. Eventually, does assassin need anything more than bows and swords?
Assassin just needs bows and swords. If we want to put her on a Pegasus, we also want, like, lances and
Lance.
flying.
Okay, well, it seems lances for most people here.
Yeah, the funny
then
thing
we'll-
is that most of your magic people will need some level of lances. It's... The whole class system is a little bit weirdly centralized. Sylvain can actually do basically anything.
Let's give him like the weirdest combination possible, like
Basically.
bows and axes or something.
We
weird.
made him a War Master in our first one because our
He
Caspar
should-
wasn't turning out super great.
Somebody's got to be the dancer. Don't forget this.
This is true. It is an option. Sylvain's actually a really good dancer.
Oh, is he?
If you do want to do that, he'll want swords then, and probably also reason.
Okay, swords and reason for Sylvain. That sounds good. Anyway, now that that's taken care of and we wasted a lot of people's time, let's get
waste
to the
some
fun
more
part.
time. Yeah.
Woo! So much to get out of the way.
All right.
Yep.
I just wrote down everything you said, and I'm going to paste it in Discord.
We got the
Sometimes I
brainstorm
wonder if
strategy
Here it
session
is.
here.
taking you
Thank
down a
you.
different path. If you had never
No,
met
I would
me
be a
and entered
snake
my
man no matter
service,
what, ma'am.
You might have had a more peaceful.
He's actually
No.
like a pre-kindergarten teacher. Early
More
childhood
tedious
development.
Inconsequential and spoiled rotten, like so many other nobles? Never. My duty to you is no mere obligation. I chose this.
I definitely want to be there when you guillotine everyone.
I love
I thought
murder.
that would be obvious to you.
I understand you well, better than anyone. But when I see you at the monastery, studying with the others, it makes me wonder what kind of life you might have had without me. That's all.
Such a life may have had its appeal. I thought I'd left my years of carefree innocence behind me.
He seems like the kind of guy who had a magnifying glass and just roasted ants.
Yeah.
Younger years.
100%.
Only if it fit the
But I
plan.
cannot deny that I find myself enjoying my time at the monastery.
He probably was into like bug fights, like you capture a bunch of bugs and put them in a jar. and- Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Using
That
magic to like
enjoyment, however,
mutate.
is only
the
thanks to you.
bugs.
Yes.
Standing by your side is all that truly matters to me.
I see. Then I won't speak
Aw.
of such things again. If it's really what you want, I'll gladly keep you by my side.
He's simping very hard, and she appreciates that.
Mhm.
which is
Yeah.
endearing.
The path I must walk
Simping, good.
is soaked in blood.
Good thing you're wearing
It's
red.
a path that can lead to madness, can snatch away one's future, and can even take one's life.
Well, I'm cool with that.
And the pool of
Hell
blood at
yeah,
my
I
feet
love that
is
shit.
growing larger. Those stains can never be washed clean.
Please leave the violence to me.
I want it so badly.
It's what I'm
Freedom
good
must
at.
be seen as pure, above the fray. Allow me to paint the path that lies before you red with the blood of your enemies. I
Yay!
will do it gladly.
God, whoever wrote this must have watched Galactic Heroes, because like this is just overseeing.
The vibes.
Yeah.
Oh man. I love it when characters just state their positions plainly to each other.
And now the silly stuff.
Oh Jesus. this
Waka
would be
waka.
Oh boy.
You're looking pretty tired, Linhardt. I think you could use a little more of the fighting spirit.
good. I think you could use some more getting the fuck out of here.
I believe you have
We're in
enough
the main
fighting
hall.
spirit for the both of us.
Enough? There's no such thing. You need as much
Love
as you
these
can get if
tables.
you're
This
gonna
is my
train.
favorite background, by the way.
Yeah, you can absolutely see all the perspective just god the shit.
And it gets worse when when the camera pans.
Yeah.
Oh, what is
I'd
going
rather
on with
pace
those
myself.
windows?
You're becoming too much like your father.
I thought they were just wood panels or something.
I still recall with startling clarity the time he forced me to do some training.
Ah, I remember your father wasn't too happy about that. Our fathers actually got into a fight over
It
it.
was great.
Yeah.
They hate one another
Father
so
started
much.
wrestling.
I simply cannot fathom what's wrong with the two of them.
I wish they'd just have it out
Aw.
already. One big fight to
Oh,
settle
it's
things.
like photos,
My
not
father
a
would
window.
win, obviously, but it would still be
Right,
fun
right.
to watch.
Oh my
Are
god,
they
my dad
seriously
could beat up
having-
your dad.
Yeah.
Yup.
They're
that's
having
the
this
support.
conversation.
That would be rather cruel. I don't think anyone in Fodlan could beat up your father.
Outsmart him, however.
My father does have the height advantage, though.
You take that back, motherfucker.
Height advantage? What does that matter?
I love them.
When two opponents are of
Short
similar
boy getting
strength,
upset.
the one
Yup.
with the height advantage wins. It's pure math.
It's true.
I mean, that has a longer reach. Yeah.
Well, when two men get in the ring, anybody could see it's a 50-50 chance of winning. But I am no ordinary man.
Whoever forces the other to submit wins. That's how fighting works. It has nothing to do with height.
It has a
Brute
bit to do with
strength
height.
alone doesn't decide a fight.
Yeah, have you ever seen
And
some
taller
boxers?
people have
Reach does
longer
matter.
limbs, too. Longer limbs.
Caspar
equates
is
to
a
longer
boxer.
reach.
Mm.
Taller people can hit you from farther
There
away.
you go.
Oh, and they have more leg strength. But there's also that. Well, I'm bored explaining this. I think you get my point.
He immediately realizes what he's doing and decides not to do it.
Yeah. This is Linhardt being
I don't
courteous.
get it. Now you're talking about limb length and reach? None of that matters when you're up close and brawling.
You know,
I think I could
I'm
fight
going
a
to
bear.
agree with you just so I don't have to keep talking.
If you've got something else to say, then come out and say it. Actually, no, forget this. I'll prove it to
Fight.
you myself. Some of those new knights look pretty tall. I'll fight one just for you.
He just
Wow.
walks down the hall and
How
socks
He's
at
just
you.
gonna get reprimanded just to prove a point.
And
Yeah.
off he
The
goes.
gatekeeper is getting his ass kicked right about now.
He punches him straight through the plate metal.
Greetings,
Plate-
Professor.
Strong,
Something to
couldn't land a
support.
single blow.
So it's as I said then, isn't it?
Caspar, were you trying to punch a man in full plate?
The tallest
Is
fighter
that why,
has
or
the
is it because
advantage.
Caspar is like
And my
16
father
and
could be
all
yours
of
in a
these
fight.
guards are like grown men who have been training and fighting for, you know, a very long time?
He tried to punch Eloise, and he kind of just laughed it off.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Dorothea here.
Oh, this is
Linhart
interesting.
content.
I do believe a nap is in order.
Here in the ruins.
Wall. Yeah.
Oh, this is lovely. Just feel that breeze.
Dorothea, whatever are you doing here?
Did you bring me my hammock?
Here, but it looks as if someone else is lounging in my spot already.
It's a courtyard. You both can lounge.
Taking a nap in public like this? Really, Lynn. The nobles look down on such behavior.
You do know I am of noble birth.
That means I can do
Oh,
anything.
I'm sorry. I'm just teasing. You never do act very noble, though. Why is that?
Because I don't give a fuck about class.
Each person must follow their own way. This is how I prefer to live. Even if some of the more pretentious nobles like to poke fun at my ways.
Doesn't that bother you? I mean,
Nope.
really? It doesn't hurt your pride or anything?
What use is pride? It doesn't feed nor clothe you. It offers no warmth on a cold night.
This guy posted like those rational logic Reddits.
Yeah,
Yes.
very much.
First time I've heard a noble say something like that.
Well, most nobles are... oh, what is the polite way to say it? Fools. Yes, they are fools. As for myself,
Definitely
No
no
exception.
my father is the Minister of Domestic Affairs, and he has pride enough for the both of us. For example, did you know he and the Minister of Military Affairs cannot get along, although they value each other
That's supposed to be
greatly?
Caspar's dad.
That is Caspar's dad, yes.
His pride gets in the way, so he can't make amends. That is why there is discord between civil ministers and military officers in the Empire.
Also, they get like 90% of the funding, so you know.
You know.
More
What is
money
that?
for cops.
And so pride serves no good purpose in politics either. So tell me, what use is it?
I wonder if bad blood between civil and military leaders is somewhat unavoidable.
And anybody who's trying to get a position of political power is probably full of themselves, so you know.
Yeah, you
The
know.
Minister of Domestic Affairs is in charge of all civil officials, so if they just give in easily, their subordinates would lose respect, right? I get the feeling that if your pride isn't equal to the responsibility you bear, then you aren't fit to lead.
Damn.
Also,
Get
I
it, girl.
happen to think pride can be quite charming.
And how necessary is charm? It just gets in the way of living your life.
If you lack charm, nobody will give you a second glance.
That's okay. I don't need anyone.
Perfect.
Which means more time for nothing.
Lynn, you can't really believe what you're saying, can you?
Listen, I have one goal, and women will get in the way of that.
All of the interactions with Linhart are people being like, "Are you for real?" And he's like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah, I am. Why do you ask?
Last one
Problem?
here with Petra.
No, we haven't
Petra,
seen them.
how are you doing? Getting used to life here?
I am settled. Everyone shows great kindness.
Awfully close.
I'm glad to hear it. I was so surprised when you first arrived. A princess all the way from Brigid.
You have my gratitude. But please do not call me princess. You are making my cheeks blush.
That title is dead to me.
To blush about. You're every little girl's dream of what a princess should be.
Gay.
Anyhow, I suppose it's been a long time since
Oh,
we
if you
sat
want
down
that.
to chat.
I got the
I
support
hope
for
aren't
you.
homesick.
This is a
Maybe
good ship.
we
I
can
like
cook
this ship
one of
a
your
lot.
favorite dishes from back home.
Ooh, favorite dishes.
I do wish for that. But there is no possibility. The ingredients are not found here.
Everything here is bland as fuck.
Yep.
It's hard to find saltwater fish here in the mountains.
I suppose you're right. That's probably why they don't cook the food of Brigid in the dining hall. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why.
I
Brigid
just got to
cuisine.
thinking about how hard it must be.
I mean,
to
they said it
live
was like
somewhere
an island
so far
nation,
away
right?
from
Probably
Yes,
a lot
it
of
is an
seafood.
archipelago.
No, it can't be impossible. I'll fix you a real meal of Brigid. I'll just find a recipe and similar ingredients.
Wait, Dorothea. It is the thinking that counts. But your cooking is...
Oh.
What is the word? Horrendous. That is what everyone is saying anyway.
Oh,
I learned that word
no.
yesterday.
Nobody's cooking can be that bad.
The thinking is enough for me. You have my biggest gratitude.
Fine. I'll do
Destroyed.
something instead of cooking for you. I just want to be sure that you feel at home here. How about a massage? That may help you loosen up.
Yeah?
Did I like come into
Yeah?
some fan fiction here? Like, what's going on now?
Yeah?
My body is already able to relax.
Maybe that's the fanfic that Bernie is writing.
She's taking notes in the corner.
Yeah,
The
she's
flirts just bounce off of her like an iron wall.
I'm not having sleeping trouble.
God.
Petra's gonna like
what
walk
am I-
away and like 30 minutes later be like, oh fuck!
Oh, like 6 years
Just know
later.
that you never
Yeah.
have to worry about putting me out. I like helping my friends. Well then, I must be going, but remember my offer.
Even the wink there too.
Yup.
It's filling my heart full.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my gosh. Right off the
That's
bat.
probably the it's probably the gayest one we've had so far.
Support level C. Just imagine. Just imagine what B and A is gonna be like.
Yeah, I was about to say it goes all the way up to A there, so
They might even hold hands.
Oh my god.
how scandalous. So we have to explore here. It
You
looks
sure?
like.
Yeah, I mean, Flane is missing.
Oh right.
Yes, I
Flame's
guess.
missing.
Hey, Sothis.
You just like look through some walls or some shit.
Just one small girl who's gone astray has caused all this. We cannot let this stand. You must do all you can to find
Are you just
out
gonna
where she's
chill
gone.
here then? Or like come around in my forehead and like
Now
look
ask
around too?
to see what information you can find.
We still haven't decided
no
if
time
she's
to waste.
outside of, like, if she's like a ghost or
I
spirit
think
or
she's like
something,
ethereal
or if she's like an imaginary like concept of Blez head.
We haven't. That hasn't been officially established. No one else has seen her yet. So.
Well, one thing I do want to do is just get out of this dancing uniform.
Why is that?
But it's so good.
Just sake of variety, and so I can look at these terrible sleeves.
Oh man, I don't know.
Re-subjecting ourselves to sleeves.
Ginger tea.
When are you,
Oh,
when are
yeah,
you gonna
more
buy
ginger
the
tea.
maid uniform DLC?
I think it's a bit late for that. Oh yeah, Shifty Merchant's over here.
He
Things
sure
we can't
is.
obtain here are likely obtainable by way of the underground. Are you?
If you had the
unfamiliar with
DLC,
Garrett
he
Mock's
would actually
underground?
take you to the DLC
Place is an
zone.
absolute.
Oh, I see. That's
There's an
Should have
invisible
started
wall
on your
here.
save profile.
Please help.
No thanks.
I hope you're up for a challenge.
Deliver
The challenge is I can't deliver this letter. The challenge is I have crippling anxiety.
Oh, we
Basically,
yes.
yes.
a love letter, and we don't know who it's to, and she won't tell us, so we're just gonna give it to someone.
Hard.
He has an adorable way about him.
Is it Caspar?
There's no possible way. Can we read
Can we
the
look
front
at the
of
love
it?
letter?
We can't possibly read it.
I don't think so.
Admiring love letter, grade 5. Not very upfront with your feelings, but you're so adorable.
Hardworking,
I guess
not
we'll just give it to
upfront,
everyone.
and adorable. Adorable. I mean, Caspar is adorable because he is just a little guy.
It's true.
But she could think
to another
anyone's
this year, I
adorable,
swear.
right? Like who's you
Some
know.
of the lower ranked knights are searching for her in the town.
Yeah.
Is it in? Is
They
it someone in
find
our house or
anything,
someone in
I'll know.
another house? Like, is it like Felix?
Is a good.
So
Yeah, Felix,
she-
who has an adorable way about him.
Right? Like she's just totally bullshitting. Like she. I mean, that's
so-
the blindness of love.
I believe the badge of graduation is hers.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
mine.
I dropped my
Thanks. I'm glad
diploma.
to have
I'm
it
sorry.
back.
Yes. She
Yeah, I
absolutely
just
did.
re-looking through them because
She goes back to her room and just chucks it in the corner.
Yeah. Whoops.
Intermediate axe tournament, you say?
Yo!
Yeah, you know who we know who likes axes?
Just gotta take care of that right now.
Super soldier girlfriend. Super soldier girlfriend.
Times 2.
It's not
Come on.
fair. Putting Edelgard in any tournament isn't fair, but
Oh
putting her
my
in an axe
God.
tournament.
And she's got her new outfit on,
Now you
where
know
she's
your
just an unstoppable tank.
Yup.
Going up
Amazing.
against fighters with like normal hatchets, and she's got a goddamn tower.
They're,
shield.
yeah, they're wearing like leather armor. She's in full plate.
Finally, some accurate damage values.
I want to know what like the betting odds are on her because it must be like fucking 100 to 1.
We just keep finding more fighters. And no one face me.
Your defeat was inevitable.
How do you train with an axe? Like, what is a training axe? Like, a sword is just like a a stick essentially. But an axe, like, is it just a big ass fucking?
I guess like they
It's
just.
like a big piece of wood. Look at that axe.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the handle, and maybe they just put the other piece of wood in there too.
I hate to break it to you, that'll still fucking hurt.
Yup.
Yeah.
It's a hockey stick.
That's basically just a sharp mace.
1711. I was about to say, I was wondering if we could get all the way to the finals without healing, but it looks like we have to heal here.
How sad.
I mean, we're still gonna win. It's
Yes,
just,
oh, we're
I was
gonna
hoping we could do the
destroy
whole thing. Yeah. If she had 2 attacks, we would have won.
Yup.
Actually, we would have won.
We would have won.
Yeah. You're right. Well,
It's all good.
Amazing.
Well,
I've got a cool steel axe out of
we
it.
got her an
Plus.
even better axe, so that's good.
Great.
We should actually go looking for a hand axe in the shop.
Or
It
throw it.
might or might not exist.